I'm honestly shocked right now. Ford just revealed something that completely caught the truck world by surprise. They officially confirmed a brand new V8 for the 2027 F-150, a real V8. Not a turbocharged six-cylinder with fancy marketing, not a hybrid setup, but a true naturally aspirated V8 engine. And once you hear about the expected pricing, you're probably going to love it even more. Honestly, I didn't see this coming at all. Let's dive into it. Ford is bringing back V8 power in a huge way. In fact, there could be two brand new, naturally aspirated V8 options coming to the 2027 F-150 at a time when most manufacturers are moving toward turbocharged engines and electric powertrains. The first engine is based on the famous Coyote platform, the same foundation used in the Mustang. But this won't just be a larger 5.0-liter. Reports suggest displacement could land somewhere between 5.8 and 6.2 liters, producing around 450 horsepower. Even more exciting, Ford is reportedly using technology and development knowledge from the Mustang GT3 and GT4 race cars. That means real motorsport-inspired engineering could end up in a pickup truck you can buy from your local dealership. And if you've ever driven a turbocharged truck, you know that slight hesitation when you hit the throttle, that tiny delay before the power kicks in. With a naturally aspirated V8, that delay disappears. The throttle response feels instant and direct at any RPM, and that's something enthusiasts still love. But the second engine might be the biggest surprise of all. Ford could also bring the legendary 7.3-liter Godzilla V8 to the F-150 for the first time ever. Up until now, that engine has been reserved for the Super Duty lineup. And this matters for a big reason. Modern turbocharged truck engines are incredibly advanced, but they're also more complex. More moving parts, more expensive repairs, and more long-term concerns for owners. The Godzilla engine keeps things simpler with a pushrod design, a durable cast-iron block, and a reputation for toughness and reliability. As for performance, estimates suggest somewhere between 450 and 500 horsepower, with torque potentially reaching 550 pound-feet. If that happens, it would easily become the most powerful naturally aspirated engine in the half-ton truck segment. Ford basically looked at one of the toughest engines in its lineup and decided to put it into the truck people buy the most. And honestly, truck fans are going to love that move. All that extra power isn't just for bragging rights either. Ford is reportedly targeting a towing capacity of up to 14,000 pounds. That used to be territory reserved for heavy-duty trucks. We're talking enclosed car trailers, equipment haulers, and larger campers. Loads that normally push buyers into a 3/4-ton pickup with higher fuel costs and a larger footprint. Payload capacity is also expected to improve, making the truck even more practical for everyday work and hauling. These numbers don't just look good on paper. They could completely change the type of buyer the F-150 appeals to. The exterior is also getting a major redesign. Expect a sharper, more aggressive look with a wider stance and completely reworked body panels. The front end is expected to appear bolder and more imposing, with updated lighting and a grille that gives the truck a serious presence. The side profile is rumored to look more planted and muscular, emphasizing the truck's width and strength. Whether it's at a job site or pulling up at a boat ramp, this truck is designed to stand out before anyone even checks the specs. Inside, Ford is finally focusing heavily on cabin quality. Let's be honest, for years, many people felt the Ram 1500 had the better interior. The materials, comfort, and overall feel were just on another level. Ford clearly knows that. And the 2027 F-150 is reportedly being designed specifically to close that gap. Expect upgraded materials throughout the cabin, a redesigned dashboard, a completely new center console layout, and a much faster, more user-friendly infotainment system. Because when people spend serious money on a full-size truck, the interior should feel just as premium as the performance. Ride quality is another area Ford appears determined to improve. A lot of F-150 owners have noticed that competitors like the Ram 1500 often feel smoother and more comfortable on rough roads thanks to their suspension setup. Ford has reportedly listened to that feedback. The 2027 model is expected to receive major suspension upgrades, including structural improvements rather than simple tuning adjustments. The goal is a smoother, more refined ride both on highways and rough terrain, while still maintaining the durability and capability truck owners expect for real work use. And for people who drive their truck every day, that could make a huge difference in overall comfort and ownership experience. Now let's talk about pricing, because this is the part everyone's waiting for. Normally, when a manufacturer introduces a completely redesigned truck with major upgrades, prices jump significantly. But according to reports, Ford is trying to avoid that. The company is reportedly focusing on manufacturing efficiency and parts sharing to help absorb development costs instead of passing them directly on to customers. The goal is to keep pricing close to current F-150 levels while delivering a truck that offers significantly more performance, capability, and refinement. And if Ford can actually pull that off, it could become one of the biggest selling points of the entire truck. So, when you put everything together, brand new V8 engines with racing-inspired development, the possible arrival of the Godzilla engine in a half-ton truck, smoother ride quality, up to 14,000 pounds of towing capability, a more aggressive design, a far better interior, and pricing that may stay surprisingly competitive, it's clear Ford isn't just giving the F-150 a simple refresh. They're completely reinventing it, and if everything comes together the way these reports suggest, loyal F-150 fans are going to feel very good about sticking with the nameplate.